Good evening, fam. Good evening, tribe. Good evening, awesome tribe. Think I finally found a name for you guys. Awesome tribe. Yeah, I'm basically that's what you are right now. Because I'm always telling myself like, everybody has like a rallying cry for their group or their audience. Like I think I'm gonna call it. I keep in my head. I'm always talking about the tribe, but I never actually let you guys know that you are my tribe. So it's good to see you guys. Just wanting to come on, hoping everybody's having a great midweek. It's Hum Day, Wednesday, sunny, 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 sunny here in Montreal. I'm not complaining. When you come from the islands, you don't mind the sun. So anybody complaining about, oh my God, it's so hot, it's so hot, it's so hot. I don't really, embrace that. I just enjoy the fact that we have enough sun. Why I wanted to jump on today's random thought, if you will, or musing, or whatever you want to call it, is basically because I was talking to a friend of mine who was asking me if I was considering signing up again for the Spartan Race. For the guys who don't know, or those of you who do know who've been rocking with me for a while, you guys know I often participate into the obstacle course race dubbed the Spartan Race, which is something that's near and dear to my heart. As of late, since the last year, COVID, I haven't really participated, and I've been on the fence as whether or not I would compete again this year. But still, um, and every time I think about the Spartan race, why I wanted to jump on was something that's paralleling something I've been going through the past couple of weeks, which also would explain why I've been kind of off the radar, basically working on personal projects for some time. And I remember when I first competed, because it's a very arduous race. So I'm not going to go through the entire, you know, event in itself. Just like 15 miles, obstacle courses, very gut check intense. I often compare it to the road of life. It's basically you show up and you have to do what you have to do to actually get the race done. But why I wanted to bring up the example is because I remember when I was going up the hills and, basically about to puke my guts because it's a very long race, a lot of hills. Your feet hurt. It's very competitive, but it's you against nature. It's you against you. Um, but what I always go back to, and I always bring up this example every time I find myself in a funk, um, when I was basically midpoint into the race, like I said, it's about 15 kilometers, and I was really tired. It was my first time competing, and I was really tired. And I'm looking behind me; people are passing me, like elite racers and stuff. And two gentlemen just sat down, and just to take a break, just to take a breather, and just taking in the scenery and stuff. And that's one thing about the race, is because the organizers always find a way to make it very scenic. They make it very hard, but along the route, you have to say it's pretty scenic. So, if you go the distance, you're going to be treated to a lot of beautiful scenery, just you. And as I said, you against nature and the course. And what I appreciate about these gentlemen is because they asked me, like, is this your first time racing? And I'm like, yeah. It's like, dude, wow, there's like a 5K, there's a 15K, and you chose the 15K for the first tryout. I'm like, yeah, I just thought of living dangerously. It's like, good on you, man, good on you. And we sat there about maybe 5-10 minutes and everything. The guys were just chatting, and they basically got up. And the last thing the guy told me before heading out, it's like, well, good luck, man, but just so you know, you can't finish if you don't get going. Um, and I hold on to those words. And it parallels a lot with what, as I said, what I've been dealing with, is because the past couple of months I've been hanging back on the entire production thing, because I had often told myself, when this thing gets too intense, or if it gets too cumbersome, or if even has an inkling of looking like a chore, that's when I have to question myself in regards to whether or not I want to actually, pursue it. I'm not telling you guys I was considering quitting. I was just taking a tech second, first of all, to regroup and recenter, but also to ask myself and reconnect with the why, as to why I wanted to do it in the first place. So that's a lot of questioning. But in that sense, here I was just like reading, just re-listening to old episodes, listening to some of my favorite interviewers, getting back into, my day-to-day routine. As you guys know, there's also the 9 to 5 also taking a lot of space. But I have to also be very honest with myself and say, okay, how far can I go? How far can I take this? And how can I elevate? How can I make this, even better, bigger, better, bigger, stronger? And there's a lot of questioning, a lot of doubt, a lot of appreciation for the road, uh that how far we've come. And there was a lot of that going on. But as that is happening, time is still passing. I'm not producing. I'm feeling like, okay, do I still have it in me? Do I still have it in me? Do I still have it in me? Can I still push through? Can I still push through? And that is exactly parallel to when I was sitting down on the mountain, out of breath, tired. My joints are aching. I'm questioning myself. Can I finish? Can I finish? Can I finish? Can I finish? And as the guy told me, in no simpler terms, you can't get to where you're going if you don't get going. And that is a powerful motivator, because you know what? Momentum has its place. Honor the basics. I say that all the time. You're always going to question yourself. Fear, uncertainty, and doubt are part of the journey. That is something I even have to remind myself all the time, which is why I never hesitate to remind you guys that I also am running this journey with you. Any one of you who's in this process thinking I have it all figured out, you'd be surprised. I have my own demons to deal with. I have my own, questionings and insecurities. But I understand also that showing up is an important part of the process. And I never hesitate to remind myself, like, you know what? It's okay. It's okay to question, but it's not okay to just sit around and sit in your comfort zone telling yourself, like, maybe I have it in me. Maybe I have it in me. No, 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 no. Listen, you signed up, you showed up, and you're all about consistency, and you're all about putting in the work, but you're also about humanity and vulnerability. And I guess that's what I was going through. And this is just me reaching out to you guys, telling you that, you know what? You will get through this. No matter how accomplished, no matter how dedicated, no matter how much you know, you put one foot in front of the other, you will understand that, you know what? These feelings are valid, but the process remains the same. You have to put one foot in front of the other. And just like those those elite racers told me, you can't get to where you're going if you don't get going. You have to put in one step at a time. You have to keep going. The finish line, poetic or not, is within reach, but you have to get going. It's going to take a lot out of you. It's going to be scary. It's going to be somewhat daunting. You will question yourself a lot, but you showed up for your reason, for a reason. And as long as you remain centered, as long as you remain dedicated, and as long as you continue to connect with your innate reasons for stepping in and to show up for yourself, you've got this. It's your own race. It's your own journey. Ask for help, ask for support, rely on elite people, surround yourself with the right people. This is something I say all the time. Your surroundings have a tremendous impact on your journey and how far you go. But at the very core, at the end, you have to continue to remind yourself that you have to put one foot in front of the other. You can't get to where you're going until you get going. All right? That's all I got, guys. Just want to say, as always, stay the course, stay blessed, stay safe. Thanks for checking in. Thank you for supporting the mission. Always know that I'm here to listen. I'm here to help and support in any way I can. Check in, whether on Facebook or Instagram, shoot me an email, and even via the podcast. I'm always here for you. Stay blessed again. Stay safe. Have a great evening. Stay awesome.